Winter Soldier Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Another Marvel property that has come out recently, and it stars, what is his name?
Anthony Mackie
and Sebastian Stan. Also, GSP makes a George St. Pierre, famous MMA superstar, makes his appearance back as the Leaper.
Batroc the Leaper.
I'm so glad he's back. I was happy that he was in Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, yeah, it was cool.
And they actually show him fighting again and actually talking more instead of him just being cannon fodder for Cap.
Let me kick you a little bit.
Let me kick you a little bit. Who is this directed by? Let me see.
Famous person.
Yeah, he's probably famous. Maybe I don't know yet. Gotta find it.
Yeah, me. Who directed?
Kari Skogland. Don't know who that is. Kari Skogland is the director of it. There really wasn't too much eventful in this, except for the end. Except for that big fight with the Leaper.
That was cool.
Right, Jennifer?
That was real cool. I like that.
I don't what do you mean about the Leaper? Who the heck's this Leaper?
Batroc the Leaper.
He was the bad guy in the plane that stole the.
Are you talking about? So Captain America also fought him in another
Winter Soldier.
In Winter Soldier.
So in the Winter Soldier, when Steve goes to rescue the guys from the boat, the guy that is like, "Oh, you going to fight me with your mask on?" Oui, oui.
Yeah, the French guy.
He was the French
kid. He takes off his helmet.
So what's interesting?
It was the dude running the boat.
So what's interesting, I think, Mike, you said Civil War, Winter Soldier. Didn't it start with Captain America having a fight with him?
Yes, Captain America fought the Leaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's interesting about how they started Falcon and Winter Soldier is then the Falcon, they began the episode with the Falcon fighting the same guy.
Yeah, yes.
So there's like a parallel there. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was that? I dropped my phone. Oh, you dropped your phone. We have Bucky Barnes in therapy. That's like diving way in past all this other stuff. Oh my god.
I mean, this whole episode is really just establishing what's happened since they've blipped back into existence after Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
This is really more of a dramatic Marvel movie or Marvel TV show than it is how WandaVision was, where WandaVision is more comedy, trying to figure, like, it's all weird, trying to figure out what's going on. This is more, this is real life. We're trying to save the boat. Bucky's going to therapy. He can't really do anything because he's still having nightmares of his past life, which they show one of the missions he had for Hydra.
Right. What's really good about what we learned in episode 1 is we got more of a backstory of what was going on with Bucky and what was going on with Sam in the past. And there's a lot of things about Sam we really didn't know about at all. So that was something prior to even watching the episode that I knew we were going to get more of a backstory.
Well, that's what I like about the TV shows that the miniseries that Marvel's doing now, is because they're taking essentially characters you would say are kind of the side characters, kind of WandaVision. They never had their own movies, and now we're getting TV shows that we have more either a backstory or just an additional story about them without the whole movie being about Iron Man or the whole movie being about Captain America or the Avengers, because they kind of sometimes get lost in or they can't give it enough story in each of those movies.
Right. Like with Sam, we learn how we learn stuff about his family members. We learn that his parents passed away, correct?
Yes, his parents passed away, and the sister now owns their business that they had.
Yeah, and I was laughing with that because I was thinking almost in a way of Forrest Gump.
Yeah, the Bubba Gump.
Bubba Gump shrimp. So we learn a lot about Sam and with his family members, that he has the 2 nephews and then his sister. they try to go and get a loan for their company. And this whole thing opens up about, well, when you were gone in the blip, guess what? You weren't earning income. Well, what about everybody else?
That's what I said too.
And basically, we got more of an insight that everyone's lives aren't coming back from the blip all perfect. Because they were gone this whole section of their life still went on. And we got to get some information of that type of a thing. We also got the questions of, well, wait, if you're with the Avengers, are you even earning money? Like, there's that type of a thing.
Yeah, the guy at the big voice said, he's like, I always
Tony
wonder
Stark
how you
paying you
Avengers
guys?
make money.
I always thought that was pretty funny, because how do superheroes make their money? How do they afford to, like, Batman's rich. He already has the money. Stark is rich. He already has the money. How do the rest of these guys keep on living? I mean,
Sam said something about like charity or something, and then the guy
goodwill.
Goodwill. Yeah. And I thought it was interesting how we saw them in kind of Sam and Bucky and kind of doing mundane, like daily things, like, you know, like going to the bank, having asked for a loan, going to a therapist, Bucky going to a restaurant with his friend, and going out on a date, playing Battleship. You don't see those things.
Yeah, his friend who he actually killed, his friend's son.
Yeah, he totally called that too.
I predicted it. I like put 2 and 2 together. I was like, oh no, what if that's his son? Because when he started speaking about his loss, I'm like, I bet that's why they showed us that scene at the beginning.
Probably
killed him.
In cold blood.
It is very interesting because overall, this isn't a very eventful episode. It's a very impactful episode, but it's not eventful. There's not too much that happens in the episode itself, except for that beginning fight with Falcon.
Well, we also, what I thought was cool though is Sam, his military buddy in a sense, was Steve. And he doesn't have Steve anymore in that sense. And I feel like now he got another military buddy, which was that guy. I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
That whole fight scene was going on, and then the other crime that happened, that his friend was in the streets with the guys with all the masks on. So I feel like that got brought in to kind of help him cope with a little bit of losing someone in that position as a friend.
We haven't really been we've kind of been introduced to the villain as well in the series with the left hand, is that what it's called? Or it's either the right hand or the left hand. It's something hand.
Or like flag smashers too, or
they were called flag snatchers, but they're mostly I think they have a name like the left hand, and I think that has to go with the right hand of God holds angels or whatever it is, and the left hand is the devil. So they show that this guy, which is this is probably gonna turn to Zemo. I'm almost positive this is going to be the new Zemo, except for instead of the Zemo from Civil War, this is going to be. I believe this is going to be Baron Zemo now, and he's super strong. He has crazy strength. He's the bad version of Captain America from what we're looking at right now so far, because he can jump from very tall buildings. He has people helping him the entire time, and when he's getting arrested by these German officers, their German officers are getting kicked 40 feet away from them and basically turned into pretzels.
Some things I noticed in it. I saw some people mention this online as well. When at the beginning, Sam is at the Smithsonian giving the shield over, there's a banner of Captain America behind him, and when Steve is acknowledging him and he looks over to his left at the banner of Captain America, and I feel like that's a nod at their bit of saying on your left. So I thought that was funny.
And the biggest spoiler comes at the end of this show when we're introduced to the new Captain America, since Falcon decided not to take up the mantle, and it is US agent, but you can tell that they really just used the Captain America suit from, I'm going to assume most likely probably Civil War before they took off the Avengers.
Oh yeah.
Because the first Avengers was the flak jacket kind of where the buttons went on the side here.
Mhm.
This is more Winter Soldier, Civil War era Captain America.
Okay.
And they gave him his suit and they gave him the shield. And basically that just gave the big middle finger to Falcon. And we didn't even see what Bucky thought of that.
It just made you so mad because it was by him turning in the shield to get put in the museum along with the motorcycle and all this other stuff. They just take it out of the case. We're like, oh, by the way, we're actually going to use this. Psych. Like,
new Captain America here.
That was
I'm like, this is the Wish.com version of Steve Rogers. Like, did you see his jawline?
Right.
Hey, the guy, he looks so
He has a very
weird.
small jawline. It's very funny.
He's so round.
Kind of square or round or squarish. I don't remember.
Oh my god! It's like, no. Can we return him?
Another thing I
Send it
forgot to
back.
mention: Don Cheadle's in this show.
Yeah.
War Machine is in the show, which is really cool because they are starting to put more of the original superheroes along with what we were introduced to in WandaVision. They put in War Machine. That only means that maybe in Loki we'll see Thor or we'll see somebody else. Maybe Hela will come back. There's a lot of different things that can happen. It's a very exciting show. It wasn't very eventful, but that final part of it was almost a shock because who would have thought that we would have got introduced to U.S. agent, which that's not his official name yet. It's just Captain America. But Mike is right that probably is going to turn to U.S. agent. He's probably going to end up being a bad guy, but
I think so.
Notice the emphasis they showed on, like, they made sure to show that he's got a gun on his hip.
I mean, Cap
Like,
did have a gun
America's,
on his hip.
Did he?
but
When-
not
when
as
he
like
was-
Captain, not like when he was like with Avengers, he didn't have a gun.
Yeah, no.
No, but when he was in World War
Back in
II,
World
he had
War
a gun.
II,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then.
That's probably
what are you
why.
talking about?
maybe.
Because they're showing that he works for the government. He's not working for Avengers, Shield, anything else, and Shield is gone. The Avengers are basically dead. They're showing that he is working for the government, and they're giving him his weapon that he can use for that sort of thing.
Right.
I can't wait to see what happens in episode 2 because they really didn't give us too much for that.
No.
I have a feeling that this is going to be more along the lines of what we saw with Captain America of Winter Soldier, where it's very espionage-like and very
Yeah.
much.
I got the feeling of that. Like, I'm really excited for what they have in the next, all of the rest of the episodes.
It's a very different show
for
from WandaVision. So if you're looking for WandaVision,
Yeah,
you
we're
actually go watch
WandaVision.
WandaVision. This is not it.